Yo, it's Wild 94.1, man. Ready, Set Radio in studio right now. This guy is, man, making a ton of noise. He got ripped off from that XXL cover. Definitely got ripped off. We talked about that the last time he was here. But you did see him in that BT Cypher. Dropped the #2 album in the country. These things happen. We got my dog G-Eazy.
I'm out here, man. I'm in Florida. The boy's here.
Young Gerald is here. Man, so you're on this tour, and we were just talking, like, half the tour, E40 was on it with you. Being, like, a dude from the Bay, to have E40 on your tour, and I don't want to say he opened up for you, but like co-headline with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, how did that feel, man?
Just sharing the tour with somebody I've idolized my whole life, you know, and looked up to. A legend. It's a blessing. It's an honor to get to share that kind of opportunity, man. And you know, it's just been crazy. Like, I always think about it, like, when you put together a tour, it's who do you want to be around every day for, you know what I mean? All these days in a row. And who do you want to watch perform, and who you know what I mean? But also, it's like, that's from a personal, selfish side. Like, I'd rather watch E40 set every night than, you know what I mean, anybody else. But I always try to, you know, if you're putting a tour together, make a statement. And, you know what I mean, since I was a kid, it's like, you know, been a dream to say, like, I'm going to take this worldwide and represent this Bay Area shit, you know what I mean, and just take it around the world. And it's that. It's like, I'm on tour with the ambassador.
Yeah, you are, man.
And we're going around waving a flag and just, you know, from the Bay to the Tampa Bay, you know, we're out here.
100%. Now, I know, like, your music is I feel like a lot of the stuff you say is, like, I always, anybody who asks me about your music, they haven't heard of you, I'm like, man, G-Eazy is, like, he just be saying some fly, like, player shit. Like how much, I know, you know, obviously you're influenced by all the Bay Area MCs and stuff, but where are some of your other influences coming from?
Nas was always been one of my favorite rappers of all time. Illmatic's probably my, you know, most, like, listened to, most
mine too.
Influential. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people probably share that.
New York State of Mind to me is the greatest song ever.
Yeah, Halftime for me. That one is just, you know what I mean? But a lot of East Coast hip hop, like Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders is one of my other favorite albums of all time. Jadakiss is actually one of my favorite rappers.
That's dope.
Yeah, and then, you know, obviously Lil Wayne and Drake and Kanye is, like, you know, really high on the all-time, probably #1.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So it's almost like a perfect fusion of like some real hip hop shit, get the Bay Area stuff.
Yeah, the Bay Area, just, you know,
That's what's up, man. What has been the craziest? Because, yo, we just told you, we had some chick who said that she would give you fellatio during this interview to meet you.
Yeah, man. She's down here underneath the mixing board.
What's the craziest, like, yo, fam, you got some super fans. And, like, you're like, you know, there's, like, people who have crazy fans, like ICP, but they're all, like, fat, ugly, like, smelly chicks.
Yeah.
But, like, your fans are, for the most part, very attractive, you know.
Man. I mean, you know, you think about it, like, I don't know,
what's the craziest, like, interaction that you had with you know?
The other day, what city was it? I want to say it was Albuquerque, or was it Santa Ana, or was it Santa Cruz? I think it was Santa Cruz.
One of the Santas.
I think it was one of the Santas. It was on the West Coast, and I mean, usually, you know, a few will get thrown, whatever. But all of a sudden, it just started raining bras, and a couple hit me in the face.
It was raining bitches.
Like, I didn't even see them coming. It was just from every single angle. That's always wild and weird. Having people just, like, wait outside the bus and just, like, you know what I mean, get all weird and crazy and stuff.
Are you indulging in this part of your career right now? Like,
hey, man.
You gotta take, like, I figure,
I'm young and living life,
10 years
man.
from now, you might, you know, be in a different place. You gotta get it all out now.
Yeah. But in 10 years, I hope to still be here, man. It's like, I always try to keep perspective, you know, and enjoy the moment. But it's tough, man, because it's like, I feel like we've been climbing for so long. This is like 10 years in. But at the same time, we're only scratching the surface now. And I'm constantly reminded, like, we went out with Drake and Wayne. We did a leg of that tour. And, you know, if you ever need a reminder how big the mountain is, it's like you open for those guys. And, you know, you get out there in front of a crowd that's there for them. And, you know, you get out there, you do your best, you put on a show, you convince who you can, you know what I mean? You kill it. But then I watch side of stage and I watch them play, and it's like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like, there's so far to go. So you just think about the long term, the big picture, the grand scheme, you know?
Yeah, how was that, like, because I know that first, like, opening slot on those arena shows can be tough, because a lot of people are, like, just getting there, and like you said, like...
Well, this one was different. So I did the Wayne tour last summer, and I was, like, the first of 6 acts.
That is
you know
true,
what I mean?
yeah.
I
forgot you were on that tour, yeah.
Yeah, and it was, you know, it was a look for me at the time. Like, that was a, you know, a hell of an opportunity. This one, they only have one opener a night, and I got a full set. So when I went on, the place was usually already pretty packed, and I would play right up until when they played. So it was a great, great hell of an opportunity, like, just to get out there in front of people.
We talked earlier, like last time you were here, I was trying to get you to let me know if you're gonna be on the XXL cover, because I thought you were like the shoe in. I was like, okay, listen, there's no way there's like 3 or 4 guys that gotta make it this year.
Yeah.
They let you off. They let you off. You got the number 2 album.
Yeah.
Which fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
But like when stuff like that happens, is that something that even phases you? Is that something that motivates you? Or?
Of course. I'd be lying if I said it didn't. I think anybody that works hard in anything, whether it's creative or whether you're, I don't know, just out there doing construction or something like that, or any kind of job that you put your all into, some kind of validation, feels good. And of course, stuff like that, like awards or covers or whatever, little
accolades.
Yeah, little accolades. Yeah. That's the word I was looking for. Those are forms of validation. But for me, it's like I kind of felt like an outsider, like an underdog forever since I was a little kid. You know what I mean? Like, never quite fitting in anywhere, being the one on the, you know what I mean? Like, so it was just another little chip on my shoulder, So then when the album came out, that was all the accolades I needed. It was like the fans are out there, It's over 120K now. The tours, we haven't had a show that hasn't sold out yet. I'm out here touring with, you know what I mean, my OG, my legend that I grew up listening to, and you just try to take the good and just, you know what I mean, appreciate that aspect of it, and know that, like, you can't please everybody, and I'm good.
So
I'm
like,
out here, you know what I mean.
I know you've been doing your thing for a while, man, and I know that, like, I always feel like there's like in this new age of guys who are kind of building their following up before they take that major deal. You got like core fans that like are your day one fans, and I always see like a lot of my homies, like once they start getting popping and doing stuff with like Rick Ross or French Montana. Do you get like any bite back from like your like OG fans, like they
yeah. I mean, I think the bite back comes when the music sucks.
Right.
A lot of people get it twisted, and they're like, oh, he signed his deal, he sold out, he changed to an artist that they've been following from grassroots, and that happens when the music changes.
Right.
When the music sucks, when you let the label tell you need to do this pop record right here, and it's like I kept creative control in my deal, and that was what my line in the sand was, is creative control, and it's still on my terms. So if my music starts to suck, you know what I mean? Yeah, even then, it's on me. You know what I mean? It's not some executive telling me, pushing over a record to me. It's like, you can look at me like I suck, but that'll never happen, because I just care so much about the music, and that's what put us here. It's like that attention to detail, and just that effort towards the craft. Like, that's I think sometimes people get so swept up in the lifestyle, or like the return, that they forget about the process. And that's what's important, is to, be in love with this for the right reasons, and being in love with the work and the process and the music. And that's what puts you there in the first place.
100%. Like, I know, like, you guys are your whole camp, bro, is, like, so particular about details. Like, like your boy was telling me, like, had to yell at the merch people because they were sending out hats and they didn't have the right amount of tissue paper in the hats or something. Like, and then I feel like even like your
rap game Steve Jobs.
Right. I feel like even like your Instagram page is like, it's like, it's got a vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? Is that something that starts with you, or is that something that like you're like,
Yeah, that's like I call it like corporate culture. It's like it starts with me and my managers, and it goes down. It's like, it's why Apple was so successful, is because Steve Jobs set that standard, and everybody else fell under it. That it's like, okay, well, this is what we're adhering to. This is how we're operating. It's like, we accept nothing less than, this level of everything across the board. And that's how you don't let it slip through the cracks. You know what I mean? It's like,
besides, I know that E40 giving you a cosign was a big deal. What was that, like 8-9 months ago, something like that?
Yeah.
Who is somebody that has kind of like you come across that maybe surprised you, that they're like rocking with the movement, that they're fans of yours, whether it's an OG or someone that's just like you wouldn't necessarily expect, that kind of caught you off guard? Drake showed love. Right, yeah.
He would watch my show every night when I was on that thing.
Oh, word?
Yeah. And that, you know, that meant a lot to me just because, you know, obviously I look up to him and everything he's done so much. You know, so we were talking like towards the end of it. He was just like, yeah, man, you know, you look like you've been out on stages, you know, for years and years. Like, you know, you look like a star. So, you know, it's like, it's just a little, you know, it's not about, again, it's like, I'm out here on my own mission to, you know what I mean? But when you have people like that, you know, say stuff.
Let you know you're on the right path.
Yeah.
What music are you listening to right now, man? Is there anything that's in rotation in your CD
Yo,
player?
shouts out to Tory Lanez, man. He
Tory
just
Lanez
put
is
out a
dope.
mixtape. It's crazy. Yeah. McConan, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah. His project's dope.
Yeah. Have you checked out the Logic
Travis
album?
Scott. Yeah, I have. Yeah,
Logic
he's crazy.
Dope.
Yeah, that boy's got a gift.
That's somebody else that like you two like kind of like have a similar, you know. He didn't really have like, I mean, he didn't really have a huge radio. He doesn't have a huge radio record. You didn't have a huge radio record, and y'all each kind of came out.
It's just about. I mean, again, it's like hard work, man. You know, that dude's a worker. I know that.
Yeah, for sure.
He's in the studio all the time, and it's like if you put the work first, and you really just like build a culture around the music, you know, and a following, and you know. It's like it's a weird world where it's like the powers that be and the gatekeepers don't have all the power anymore. But then you see it's like, you know, you need to balance it all out at the end of the day. You know?
Yeah, I think it's making like labels reevaluate how they do everything. How was the BET cipher like? How long did it take you to write that verse? Like how nervous were you going into that? Because you know,
man, I wasn't nervous. I was just like, you know, it was just like. I got nervous when I got there and I found out Loaded Lux was in my cipher.
Right, Loaded Lux a beast.
Because you know what I mean? Like I used to watch all those Smack DVDs on YouTube and all that.
That's what he does.
I mean? Yeah. He's a monster. So I'm like, man, y'all put me in a cipher with Loaded Lux, and nah, man, I was just like, you know, like whoever I'm in a cipher with, you know, my verse is still hot. Like, I still felt like. Whatever.
I thought you got like,
and I'm like,
there's a few people who got like really positive feedback. You were one of them.
Yeah. I mean, I just go in there and just do what I do, and it's just. Like something like that, it was just another opportunity to, you know, be in front of like a million eyes. You know what I mean? A million listeners, like whatever. Everybody that was, you know, watching the awards, and it's just about, you know, this is what I do: rise to the occasion and just make the most of it. You know, try and kill it.
That's what's up, man. Well, yo, G-Eazy, the album is out. Go pick it up. I mean, it is on iTunes. I think you got a few radio records on this thing, man.
Yeah.
I think, you know.
Yeah, man. It's still moving, man. There's legs. So.
There's definitely legs. Are you gonna get into movies, bro? I feel like
I want to, man.
Everybody always like talk. Like I feel like your videos. Like
I want to be. I want to be a superstar, man. At the end of the day, like you know, I want to be famous as fuck. But yeah, Rosenberg. Shouts out. He gave me my movie alter ego name.
Oh,
so when I do decide to do movies, I'm gonna go by Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's great. Yeah. Hey yo, and I'm predicting this now. In the next year, G-Eazy is gonna be smashing something famous, and he's gonna be all over TMZ. If he's not already smashing something famous,
maybe a C or a B-lister. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I need a couple big hits before I get into the A-list.
So listen, when you hit that TMZ,
but Rihanna, man, I'm coming for you when I get that big hit.
Dude, I think you can hit Rihanna now without the big hit. I think I might be able to hit Rihanna. But honestly.